Life is 10% about what happens to you and 90% about what you do about it. And the more that you can finely tune and control your emotional reactions and your thought process and training and hardwiring your brain to deal with life, the faster that you're going to be able to evolve and to grow. So, hi, I'm Shannon, and I'm going to be talking to you today about cartwheels. No, I'm not. I'm going to be talking to you about personal development. So I've got a little bit of time to talk about a massive topic, so I'm just going to give you kind of my top tips that I found really worked for me. Educate yourself. Always be educating yourself. That's reading. Warning, reading severely damages ignorance. All right, now leaders are readers and readers are leaders. With this, you can use audiobooks, you can use TED Talks, you can use YouTube videos. There are resources that are infinitely available to you. This is things like Udemy or Coursera. These are online courses, $10, $12, $20, $50, and you're getting hours and hours and hours of information from accredited doctors or people that hold these degrees, and then you will get an accreditation at the end of it. However you can get new information into your brain, do it. All right. In an age of information, ignorance truly is a choice. After education, watch your time. Really focus on what you're putting your time into. So if we want to make excuses like, I don't have the time to read the book, I don't have time to go to the gym, I don't have time to do the whatever it is that you're, actually making an excuse or a but or a justification for, measure out your time, make a spreadsheet, check it out, and be honest with yourself, because you're the only one that knows the truth. So another thing that we should really touch on is focus. You hit an oak tree in 1,000 different places all over that tree, what's going to happen? Nothing. But if you hit that oak tree in the exact same spot 1,000 times, what's going to happen? You're going to bring it down because it was focused, energy, commitment, time. If you can derive that level of obsession, focus, tunnel-like vision, but just investing and imposing your will on something, you will achieve what you want to achieve. It's inevitable. You just have to stick with it and focus. Go to seminars, sign up for workshops, get people that you admire. They have usually free quotes of the day or ideas of the day. Yes, they may want you to sign up or subscribe or do whatever else to get you into their funnel path, but to begin with, they still give you valuable chunks of nuggets of information that you can utilize. So they're enticing you, but if you add up all of those valuable bits, you're getting a library of great information from some really reputable people. Gary Vee, Simon Sinek, Kerwin Ray. Some mornings I'm like, it's just Simon Sinek is just emailing me again. I have a little crush on him. Edit that out. All right, so another thing, find a mentor. Know what your teachability index is. What's the teachability index? All right, know what you're willing to learn. Know what you're willing to change about yourself. Know, what your competence level is. Do you not know that you don't know? Do you know that you know? How far along are you? And what are you willing to give up to learn what you need to learn to get you what you want to have? Exercise. This is so important, and not just to ensure that all of your biological systems are working symbiotically, but to actually tell your brain and program yourself in a way that it knows you can endure. And it's not just about sitting in your pain and moving past it. It's about testing your boundaries just a little bit at a time. If we try to take on too much too quickly, the chances of us repeating that are slim to none, because the pain factor was higher than there's uncomfortable, and then there's like, this is too hard, I'm not doing this again. So if we take it in incremental steps, we're more likely to want to create that growth little by little, rather than, well, I'm gonna never drink or smoke or eat anything bad ever again. Crap. You've got to be honest with yourself. It's got to be something that's doable. So Alex Hutchinson has a great book called Endure, and the way that he defines this is the ability to push through when the surmounting evidence biologically is telling you to stop. If we can just do one more set, one more rep, 10 more seconds, that will eventually evolve to 3 more reps, 30 more seconds. before we know it, we're on the next level of what's hard. That same 10 kilo weight, now that's easy to lift, and now I'm on to 20 kilos. 10 kilos didn't get easier to lift, we just got stronger. And that's how this works, right? You're developing yourself to grow to the next level. A motivational speaker and preacher named T.D. Jakes, he has a great quote like, new levels bring new devils. So the more that you grow in levels of personal development and in leadership and in your positions, the more you're going to have to manage, the more conflict you're going to have, the more challenges you're going to have, the more issues that you're going to face. And if you say, no, I can't take this anymore, this is too hard, I don't want to do this, I can't stand all the new stresses I've got, what you're really saying is, I'm not able to go to the next level of leadership. So don't reject the call to move forward based on the discomfort. Anticipate the discomfort and see that as part of the process, and that's it. Other things for personal development. If you want to grow quickly, do things that scare the crap out of you, like really scare you. And the thing that you're scared of, if you can, do something way, way, way scarier so that this thing is like, oh, I wish I could do that thing again. I promise you, you'll cure yourself of your fears, but there's no faster way to evolve than when you choose the thing that scares you, you have control over it. Your cortisol levels gradually, as you do things that scare you every month, and then maybe move it to every week, and then maybe every day, something little that scares you, your cortisol is not going to release so much. So you can actually build your tolerance to what you find is frightening or stressful or anxiety causing. That's a great way to help develop your internal nervous system. Another thing is being very mindful of your environment. Bruce Lipton is a very famous stem cell researcher. He was famous for this experiment, taking a very healthy cell and putting it into a negatively unsupportive biological environment, into an unhealthy environment, and that healthy cell turned negative. Then cyclically he took the unhealthy cell and put it into a very healthy environment, and then that unhealthy cell became healthy. So you've got to be consciously aware of what's around you. What are you putting into your mind? What are you seeing, hearing, eating, smelling, feeling, intuiting? Everything that is a part of, makes up your environment, has a possibility to affect you, and especially if you're unaware of it. Lastly, be grateful. There's nothing that is more powerful to the law of attraction to the universe than you emitting a signature or frequency, a vibration of gratitude, because you're turned into Thank You FM. You're going to be listening to the Thank You FM waves come back at you, and I promise it works. Guys, lastly, I'm just going to leave you with to have all of these things work for you, you've got to have some level of self-love or understanding your worth, because that's what's going to give you the strength of self-discipline. And self-discipline really is just self-love. I want to choose, what's good for me in the long run, rather than eating that pizza today and I have an intimate relationship with pizza. I get this. Okay, so doing what's better for you in the long run, rather than what feels good, what has the little dopamine hit of spending 2 hours on Facebook looking at ex's pictures when really you could be reading a book about overcoming past situations, developing a relationship with yourself. Take yourself out for a date. Make yourself feel important. Remind yourself of why you want to be personally developing. It's not just for you, it's for the people that you love, and so that you can add to the positivity of the planet. I refer often to, this little acorn. And a little acorn has everything inside of it it needs to be the mighty oak tree. And it is kind of remembering when this little acorn, you think you're just covered up and dirt all over you and you can't see the light anymore and you're way down dark, deep in the earth. You're actually just planted. And then, with the light nutrients, nourishment, water, light, you're going to grow. You're going to personally develop. So thank you for your time, guys. I'm really over, but pleasure to be here with you.